Hi my salty pecans, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Pamela, and on today's video we are doing something very fun, special, because it's been a long time coming. Honestly, it's been a really long time coming. I have this beautiful orchid here. I think this is the Phalaenopsis. I could be pronouncing it incorrectly, but the Phalaenopsis variety. I recently picked this beauty up about a week ago from Target, and I'm like in love with just the variation, the color, the pattern of this plant. It has these purple fuchsia mixed with a little bit of yellow speckles in the leaves, well, the flowers, not the leaves. So I mean, I'm kind of just obsessed. Let me just give y'all just a nice look at the foliage. Tell me this isn't stunning. Tell me this isn't gorgeous. But outside of the beauty of the leaves, the flowers of this entire plant, I need to give it a new substrate mix, a new sort of soil situation, because I have another orchid that I got from Trader Joe's over a year ago, and this plant has just been doing amazing for me. It flowers virtually every single month, literally every single month. It gives me a new flower, at least 2 new flowers, and I was not expecting that. That was my first orchid. I came into orchid plant parenting a little hesitant, a little worried, a little unsure, but it has given me so much confidence that I decided to add another one into my collection. I do, like I think I said in the intro, I want to add a dancing lady variety, a yellow version, into my collection. I haven't found a pretty one yet during the time that I've been thinking of adding a new one into my collection, but this is a nice little space holder, I would say, for the time being. Not space holder, but you get what I mean. It's not exactly the one I wanted, but I could not leave Target without picking this up. So we are going to go ahead and do a repotting of this plant. I had to wait for some materials to arrive yesterday. I wanted to film this video yesterday, but again, life happened, so I did an order delivery, and it arrived. I just wanted to make sure my information was like not on it. So it arrived. I needed some new orchid bark. The one that I have, it's all dust, so I needed to re-up on that. And I also got some perlite as well, because you can never have enough of certain materials. Like, I buy soil in bulk, and then they don't sell larger versions of those additives, add-ins. So happy I got that order. I'm just looking at my Hoyas over there. They're kind of growing like crazy. But in today's video, we are going to redo the soil mix. Let me just quickly pull this out to show you all what the current substrate is. For me, it's giving very much like coco coir. This looks like rotting. So to give this plant more of a chance on surviving, I'm going to just redo all of this. I'm going to redo every single last, throw all of this out. This is trash, okay? So if you're just interested in this video, then keep on watching. For some reason, I can't seem to find my changing soil pad, so I'm just gonna use this like clear screen on my desk to repot my plants. Okay, let's set some of these additional things to the side I don't need anymore. Okay, I think we're good. I'm gonna pan you all down so you can see what we're working with. All right, I hope y'all can see, but this is the surface we are going to use to repot. And as I showed y'all, this is the orchid we're going to be repotting. This is the base that it came with. This is the container. And I did my own little mix. This just contains a little bit of Super Thrive and a little bit of what is this product called? Some liquid dirt fertilizer. I'm going to use this to soak my orchid bark in. So I'm gonna grab my orchid bark. Wow, be careful. Be careful. I'm gonna do a little measuring in this just to make sure I'm not like overdoing it. Okay, so I think this might be ample. Orchid bits. And I gotta be very cautious as well to not let fungus gnats get into this, so I'm just gonna clip this immediately. Literally, expeditiously, in the words of T.I. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pour this in to this, like so. All right, soupy, delicious. And now I'm gonna just basically pick apart this orchid. Let me zoom y'all in a little bit. I don't like this mix. This just feels like it's constricting the orchid. This looks more like of a moss wannabe, like maybe like a peat moss, something I don't like. And you can see that even just the roots are falling apart, which is not good. This is why when you buy your plants, sometimes they don't do well, because the manufacturer, the grower, they're kind of just getting them in, getting them out, getting them in, getting them out. All of this. Look at how horrible the roots look. Root rot all over the place. Root rot all over the place. Got me talking like Dr. Omar, repeating myself. I'm gonna grab my shears and I'm just gonna cut a couple of these roots that just look really bad. They're just like decaying. So I'm just gonna cut them at the points where I'm noticing the decay starting. Even this can go just rot. Since I'm repotting this into a new situation, I want to just give it as much ample assistance and health aid as possible. Look, you can tell root rot because roots don't do this. When you have this string in the middle, that's nothing. There's nothing going on here. So I'm just gonna cut it right there. You can also see in the center, it looks like this is the pot, the growing pot that they used when they first set up the orchid. Just pull that apart a little. I don't need any of those mixes, honestly. Okay, so all of this is gonna be tossed out. Let's quickly, I'll be back. Let me clean up my workstation and I'll see y'all in just a couple. Okay, so I did a little bit of cleanup. I'm just looking at the roots, just gonna cut out again anything extra that I might have missed and that could possibly use a chop. Okay, this part is unnecessary. I'm just gonna do it just for the heck of it because I'm not losing anything doing this. Okay, so unnecessary. I'm just going to use a little bit of rooting hormone just literally on here, like on the roots, just to encourage what? Rooting. That's the point of rooting hormone. Just tap all over. This is like a bootleg cakey paste. If y'all know about the cakey paste, it's a paste that just essentially forces roots, forces growth. So this is my little bootleg version of it. That's done. So for the container, I'm gonna go ahead and just grab a couple roots. Oh, I said roots. Couple orchid bark. I'm gonna layer the bottom, similar to like I would do a soil-based repotting instead of just a orchid bark base repot. I'm gonna put this here. Letting the roots wrap itself around into the orchid. I just poured the remaining mix in here so I could get any fine particles. Alright, salty peeps, that's pretty much it. This was a very easy, very simple repotting. This is a new sort of repotting for me. This is my second orchid. This is the Phalaenopsis variety. I'll put the correct terminology, the nomenclature of this exact orchid. But I am so looking forward. Let me just pull this. This is yellowing. It's gonna die either way, so just pull that off. And I'm so excited. I am going to pop this into my bathroom with my, one of the main reasons I wanted to repot it is because the new growth, it was like kind of like in a way of boarding the new growth, and we don't want that. We're not here for that. We're here for a thriving plant. So this plant is gonna start to mature eventually, and so it's this point. I'm actually in no rush for it to do whatever it's supposed to do, because I know without a doubt it will, as long as I give it the proper environment, the proper watering, the proper lighting, the proper humidity. And especially now that it's like spring, we're about to get into summer, this plant is going to go crazy. And with the new container, mix as well. It gives the plant, in my opinion, just ample room to spread itself out, ample room to push out healthier roots. Okay, there's a little bit of orchid juice in here as well, which will keep the bark moisturized. It will keep the orchid itself moisturized, well watered. Again, throw this baby in the bathroom next to my other orchids, and I will keep y'all posted with how it does, how it's doing, how the new growth is coming out. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I get another vine like this, okay, somewhere along the line, because I see that it pushed one out and the nursery cut it off because I guess they just wanted one singular. But this one somehow snuck its way from nursery into Target, and then for me to spot it while I was at Target. That's one of the two main reasons why I picked this, is because there was another growth point, which I love about orchids. And I just love that this was the only one that looked the way it did. You get the generic like pink ones, the generic white ones, the generic yellow ones, but nothing with a speckling like this. Look at the speckling. One of a kind. One of a kind. I just love this beauty. So again, some way, somehow, whenever I'm going to add the Dancing Lady variety, a yellow one, in my collection. But until then, I'm going to love on this one, okay? I'm going to love on this new baby that I got, and I'm going to give it the best care that I possibly can, the best environment that I possibly can, and we are just all praying for happiness, growth. And look, this is another new growth point that the nursery, the grow house cut off. So this one has a lot of life in it, and that's one of the main things that drew me to this one, is because it had so much life in it, so much possibility for growth. The only way that this plant can honestly now just like go down any further, it's maybe because of like my own personal neglect, which I'm going to avoid doing. With that being said, thank you so much for thank you so much, my salty pecans, for watching this video. If you liked it, please let me know by giving it a big old thumbs up. Share this video if you have not done so already. Share it if you like. Share this video if you enjoy orchids, because this is sort of the new family variety of houseplants that I'm really into. I went through my aeroid, my Hoya phases, and now I'm really into orchids. All right. Also, subscribe if you haven't already done so. Become a salty pecan, because we're pretty awesome here. I go live every Friday. It's called HauzPlant Cocktails. Usually I make a cocktail and we chop it up. I catch all up on my life, how the week has been. I also do planty related content because it's HauzPlant and Cocktails, okay? And yeah, so check me out on Fridays. There's a whole multiple years worth of videos that I've done every single Friday, except some, because you know we need a little break. And yeah, follow me on my other social media platforms at HauzPlant, HauzPlant. And yeah, I will see you all on the next one. If you have any advice for me regarding orchids, how you get your orchids to thrive and survive in your home, share it with me, share it with the salty pecans in the comment section below, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye from me and my new orchid.